Money in the Bank PLE is personally one of my favorite PLEs throughout the entire year. It creates so many different storylines and it gives new people opportunities that they might have not gotten before. There's a lot of new stars on this list, and there's also a lot of old veterans on this list. I'm very excited for this match card. It looks completely great on paper, and I'm just excited to see how the overall PLE is going to turn out on Saturday. I'm recording this on Wednesday before the most recent episode of SmackDown, so if I miss something from SmackDown, that's why I have not watched SmackDown yet. But I'm super excited, and I'm super excited for this first match that we're going to talk about, which is the World Heavyweight Championship match between Damian Priest and Seth Rollins. Now, I've been seeing around that Seth Rollins has been returning so early, and it's kind of odd. We thought he was going to be away for a whole lot longer, and then we just seen that Damian Priest got tripped up and kind of hurt at the last PLE, so we're wondering if he's gonna actually lose to Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank and then go away and take his time, and then Rhea Ripley is gonna come back when Damian is not there, and then they're gonna switch roles. I think that would be actually a great idea if Rhea Ripley literally comes back a week after Damian loses and then he goes away on break. I think that would be gold for the Judgment Day. It would just completely flip it on its head, and then we would see it from another point of view of Rhea Ripley. And then of course Rhea Ripley is going to come back to Dom and Liv Morgan with that storyline, and Damian Priest might not be there, and then maybe when he comes back he could be the alternative of that feud. I would hate to see Priest lose it to Seth Rollins, but Seth Rollins is just a machine. I feel there's not really a reason for him to come back unless he's there's a star-studded feud for him in the future, or that he's going to just hold this title, and I honestly think he's probably going to hold this title, so I'm going with Seth frickin' Rollins to win this against Damian Priest. The women's Money in the Bank ladder match, you got Io Sky, Tiffany Stratton, Lyra Valkyria, Chelsea Green, Zoe Stark, and Naomi. I think there's 3 people that can probably realistically win this, so I'm going to cross out 3 people, and that's being Zoe Stark, Io Sky, and Naomi. I just really don't think that they would benefit a whole lot from the briefcase. I think your Chelsea Greens, I think your Tiffany Strattons, and I think your Lyra Valkyrias will hold the briefcase much better than those other 3 people, and I feel it's just a fan favorite for just even one of those people to win. Me personally, I really want Tiffany Stratton to win, and I really think it's a nail-biter between Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea Green. But then you got Lyra Valkyria on the outside as a newcomer. She could come in, snag the briefcase, and she could just be her. So I'm scared for Lyra Valkyria. I didn't know much about her. I do like her. I've seen what she's been doing over the past couple of months, and I do like her game, but Tiffany Stratton is my favorite WWE woman superstar. I feel she would do really well with this briefcase. Or if they want to go in a different direction and have her team up with Nia Jax, I feel Chelsea Green would be another great Money in the Bank holder. Chelsea Green could have a very similar run to someone like a Carmella of the world, and I feel that would be fantastic with Piper Niven right by her side. So I really want Tiffany Stratton to win because I just want her to get catapulted, even though I already know she's fantastic. But my pick here is Chelsea Green, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I love Chelsea Green. I just like Tiffany Stratton a little bit more, but I'm going with Chelsea Green on this one. Next, we have an Intercontinental Championship match between Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker. Now, we all know that Braun Breaker is a beast, and he will destroy anybody in front of him for no reason at all, just because he wants to. But we also know that Sami Zayn is one of the best underdogs in the business right now. When he puts his mind to something, he could always do it, and he made that clear on the last episode of Raw. He said, you must not know me, Braun. I don't quit. I don't give up. I beat the best of the best. And he is right. Sami Zayn has done almost it all. He's beaten the best of the best. He's worked with the best of the best. And he's up there in that caliber, whether you think he is or not. But Braun Breaker's so new. He's so different. He's so dominant. And I really resonate with Braun Breaker. And I feel Braun Breaker would be a great Intercontinental Championship. And I feel he doesn't even have to per se destroy Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn could put up a great fight, and then Braun Breaker just gets that last spear in there at the last second to pin Sami 1, 2, 3. I will say the WWE has been pretty scared recently with pushing people that have a lot of momentum, just like at LA Knight last year at Money in the Bank. We all thought he could have won Money in the Bank, and then Damian Priest ended up winning it. But I don't know, man. Braun Breaker feels different. I feel like he could really get this pin over on Sami, and then I feel like Sami maybe won't even be hurt from this that much. Maybe he'll go away. He'll probably bounce back just like he always does. It's Sami Zayn, so my pick is Braun Breaker. Next, we have Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens versus the Bloodline. So at the making of this video, this is a 6-man tag match with the people I just mentioned and the Bloodline minus Jacob Fatu. He was not implemented into this tag match yet. He has a very high criminal record and he might not be allowed in Canada, but if they really want someone like a Jacob Fatu to come to Money in the Bank and be like this beast, maybe even cost them the match, I don't think they're going to add him onto the match. It wouldn't really make sense, but I feel like he could even interfere and just like break in to the arena to interfere with this match and help the Bloodline win, because I don't think the Bloodline could stand a loss anytime at all. I think they have to keep winning and winning until the storyline gets there with Roman Reigns and The Rock and this, that, and the third. I think the Bloodline's just going to keep beating down one person, and then I feel like they're going to pin them at the end. It's going to be a fantastic match, probably 30-minute match. It's going to be great. It's going to be a brawl. It's going to be fantastic. But the Bloodline is going to have to pin someone eventually, and I think that is going to be Kevin Owens, so I'm picking the Bloodline to win this 6-man tag match. And lastly, we have the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. I actually don't think that this match is as easy to predict as people might think. You got LA Knight, you got Drew McIntyre, you got Carmelo Hayes, we got Jey Uso, we got Andrade, and we have Chad Gable. With all those people, you could have any of them win the Money in the Bank, and I feel like everyone would be like, yep, maybe besides Andrade because he's so new, but everyone else we kind of already know and things like that, and they're already like in massive storylines. But let's just think about this real quick. There's so much outside interference that could actually happen with this match. It just depends how much the WWE actually wants to do and what story they want to tell leading into SummerSlam. You have Chad Gable with the Wyatt Six. You have Jey Uso kind of on the fence still with the Bloodline. Like, there's still like that narrative that they'll probably get involved with this match. It could be a Jacob Fatu that gets involved with Jey Uso, not wanting him to win the Money in the Bank. And then you have LA Knight, which Logan Paul could interfere and stop him from winning, and that could build up their feud for SummerSlam. You also have Drew McIntyre with CM Punk. So the only two people that really don't have no beef with no one is Carmelo Hayes and Andrade, the two new guys. I feel like if you wanted to pull the trigger on Carmelo Hayes, by all means, he is fantastic. And if you want to pull the trigger on Andrade, he's a great in-ring worker, but like the Money in the Bank briefcase, I feel like would not suit Andrade. He's probably just in this for the high spots and the high flies, which are going to be sick. This match is going to fuck, but I just don't see Andrade winning. I also don't think it's Chad Gable. I really think it's between four people: Jey Uso, Drew McIntyre, Carmelo Hayes, and LA Knight. It's really, really hard to pick. I've been sitting here for a few minutes, like, trying to figure out actually who to pick, and I'm gonna just take a shot in the dark. I'm going with Carmelo Hayes. Just hear me out, just hear me out. Drew McIntyre has so much of a bigger feud with CM Punk, and then eventually down the line, him and Seth Rollins. LA Knight has a much bigger feud in SummerSlam with Logan Paul, and I feel like he'll dethrone Logan Paul at SummerSlam for the U.S. Title. Jey Uso is eventually going to have to get back in the mix with the Bloodline. I would love, absolutely love for him to win the briefcase. He would probably be the best briefcase holder out of all six of these men, but there's so much storylines going on. It's really, really hard to predict. So I'm going with Carmelo Hayes right here. I feel like he could have that little Austin Theory vibe to him. He could just be that cocky, arrogant little guy that runs around trying to get the best of you, and then when his time's right, he's going to cash in on whomever he wants. I really, really do want to see Jey Uso with that briefcase. It would be such a massive pop. But I'm going with Carmelo Hayes for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match of 2024. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Let me know if you guys think I made some incorrect judgment. Let me know if you think another guy is going to win other than another guy. But other than that, it's been your boy Drew Dimes, and I'm out. Peace.